Have you ever wondered whether traveling beyond the age of 70 remains a sensible decision? Venturing to new places and experiencing different cultures can be exhilarating, yet there are considerable risks that many older adults fail to recognize until they are faced with them firsthand. As we age, both our physical and mental capacities change, making travel more exhausting, unpredictable, and potentially dangerous. While some may assume they can keep up the same pace as in their younger years, the reality is that after 70, travel presents unique difficulties that can turn a highly anticipated trip into a stressful or even hazardous ordeal. In this video, we will outline 5 crucial reasons why traveling at this stage of life can be risky. From unexpected health crises to hidden financial pitfalls that can rapidly deplete your resources, each point will highlight the challenges seniors may face on their journeys. By the end of this video, you will gain a clearer understanding of why taking extra precautions is essential at this age and how to travel more safely if you still choose to embark on a trip. Stick with me until the end, as the final reason we discuss is one that many seniors overlook, yet it's one of the most common ways travelers lose money, time, and peace of mind. Before we dive in, please like this video and leave a comment to support the channel's growth. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell to stay updated with our latest content. Now, let's get started. First, let's examine the increased health risks and potential medical emergencies. One of the biggest concerns for those traveling beyond 70 is the higher chance of sudden health issues. As the body ages, it becomes less resilient, and conditions such as heart disease, high blood pressure, and respiratory problems can rapidly escalate into emergencies when least expected. At home, accessing medical care is simple, but while traveling, especially in an unfamiliar region or foreign country, getting appropriate treatment can be significantly more difficult. A minor health issue that would have been easily managed in familiar surroundings can quickly become a serious, even life-threatening condition when you are far from your regular healthcare providers. For many seniors, medical emergencies aren't just a possibility, they are a genuine concern. Long-haul flights increase the risk of blood clots, also known as deep vein thrombosis. High altitudes put additional strain on the heart and lungs, particularly for those with existing medical conditions. Even mild dehydration or heat exhaustion can become much more severe in an unfamiliar climate. Older travelers are also more vulnerable to infections, meaning exposure to different bacteria and viruses in new locations can result in unexpected illnesses. Take the case of James, a 74-year-old with a lifelong passion for travel. He and his wife planned a 2-week cruise, believing it would be a relaxing way to explore new destinations without too much physical strain. However, on the 4th day of the trip, he experienced intense chest pain. The ship's medical team provided initial care, but he required urgent hospital treatment. Since they were far from shore, he had to wait for an emergency evacuation to the nearest port, delaying his care for several hours. Fortunately, he survived, but the ordeal left him shaken. What was supposed to be a dream vacation became a terrifying experience, one he later admitted could have been avoided had he taken the risks more seriously. Another significant issue is medical insurance. Many seniors assume their existing health coverage will apply everywhere, only to realize too late that it does not extend to treatment in a foreign country. Without proper travel insurance, hospital stays, emergency procedures, and even routine medications can result in overwhelming costs. Some older travelers find themselves spending thousands of dollars out of pocket just to access essential medical treatment while abroad. So, what precautions can you take? If you are over 70 and planning a trip, start by consulting your doctor. Undergo a comprehensive health check, discuss any potential risks, and ensure you have all necessary medications on hand. Research the healthcare system of your destination, and if traveling internationally, secure a thorough travel insurance plan that covers emergency evacuations and hospital stays. When it comes to health, being well prepared can be the key difference between an enjoyable trip and a potentially disastrous situation. Maintaining good health is essential for making the most of life after 70. But while medical issues are a major concern, they are not the only reason why travel can be risky. The second major risk is increased exposure to infections and contaminants. One of the most overlooked dangers of traveling beyond 70 is the greater likelihood of encountering germs, viruses, and foodborne illnesses. Crowded airports, packed airplanes, public transportation, and even familiar restaurants create an environment where bacteria and viruses can spread easily. For younger travelers, a mild cold or an upset stomach might be a temporary nuisance. However, for seniors, such infections can lead to serious complications, prolonged hospital stays, or lasting health setbacks. A single trip can expose an older traveler to more pathogens than they would normally encounter over several months at home. In some cases, their immune system may not be strong enough to fight them off. As we age, the immune system naturally weakens, making recovery from infections more difficult. Respiratory illnesses, in particular, pose a serious risk to older adults. Studies indicate that seniors are more susceptible to complications from the flu, pneumonia, and even the common cold, especially when exposed to unfamiliar viral strains in different regions. Airplanes, in particular, are hotspots for bacteria. Passengers sit in close quarters, breathing in recirculated air for long periods. Airports bring together travelers from all over the world, increasing the chance of encountering viruses the body has never encountered before. Another major issue is food and water safety. Many travelers are excited to try new dishes when visiting foreign countries, but for seniors, unfamiliar ingredients, spices, and food preparation methods can lead to digestive problems. Foodborne illnesses such as norovirus, E. coli, and salmonella tend to have more severe effects on older adults, causing prolonged sickness, dehydration, and a further decline in immune function. Additionally, local residents may have built up immunity to bacteria present in their water supply, while foreign visitors have no such defense. Something as simple as drinking tap water or eating a salad washed in local water can result in serious stomach infections. Public restrooms, hotel rooms, and rental vehicles also carry germs. Many assume that a space is sanitary if it looks clean, but surfaces like door handles, seat belts, and tray tables are not always disinfected as thoroughly as they should be. Seniors who rely on mobility aids like canes or walkers face an even greater risk, as they frequently touch public surfaces for support. So, how can older travelers safeguard themselves? If travel is unavoidable, taking extra precautions is essential. Wearing a mask in crowded spaces, washing hands frequently, and using hand sanitizer can significantly lower the risk of exposure to harmful germs. Drinking bottled or filtered water, avoiding raw foods in unfamiliar places, and choosing well-cooked meals can help prevent foodborne illnesses. Additionally, for international travel, receiving recommended vaccinations and carrying essential medications for digestive problems or respiratory infections is crucial. Maintaining good health while traveling is possible, but it demands careful preparation, awareness, and a resilient immune system. However, health risks are not the only concern. There is another factor that makes traveling beyond 70 more exhausting than enjoyable, one that impacts not just well-being, but also finances and overall peace of mind. If you're still engaged with this video and find these insights valuable, drop a comment with number 2 to let me know you're following along. And if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to do so and enable notifications so you never miss important content. Your support allows us to continue creating informative and inspiring videos. Now let's continue. Studies show that seniors traveling across multiple time zones often take longer to adjust, causing jet lag to persist longer than expected. This prolonged fatigue can turn an otherwise enjoyable trip into an exhausting ordeal, leaving travelers feeling drained instead of rejuvenated. Another significant challenge is the physical strain of travel. Sitting for extended periods on a plane, bus, or train can lead to muscle stiffness, swollen joints, and a higher risk of blood clots. For seniors with arthritis or circulation issues, prolonged travel can result in lingering discomfort well after the trip ends. Even upon arrival, the physical demands of sightseeing, carrying luggage, and keeping up with planned activities can quickly become overwhelming. What starts as an exciting getaway can soon turn into a struggle to keep pace. Consider Richard, a 75-year-old man with a lifelong love for travel. After retiring, he and his wife planned a 2-week trip abroad, expecting it to be as enjoyable as their past vacations. However, after enduring a 10-hour flight, navigating a busy airport, and adjusting to a 6-hour time difference, Richard felt completely drained before their adventure even began. By the second day, he struggled with long walks, found it hard to stay alert during tours, and required frequent rest breaks. By the time he had fully adjusted, it was nearly time to return home, leaving him spending weeks recovering from the trip rather than cherishing fond memories. Another frequent issue for seniors is maintaining proper nutrition and hydration. Many travel destinations offer unfamiliar foods that may cause digestive discomfort, and staying hydrated while on the move is often overlooked. Dehydration alone can lead to fatigue, dizziness, and confusion, making even simple activities feel exhausting. When combined with inadequate sleep and physical strain, it becomes clear why so many seniors return from trips feeling worse rather than refreshed. So, what is the best solution? If travel is necessary, seniors should schedule rest days, stay properly hydrated, and avoid back-to-back activities. Choosing shorter flights with layovers to allow movement, bringing nutritious snacks, and planning time for naps can also help fight exhaustion. Most importantly, recognizing personal limits and adjusting travel plans accordingly is essential, as a vacation should be an enjoyable experience, not something that requires weeks of recovery. The physical strain of travel is a major issue for seniors, but it is not the only hidden danger. This leads us to the fourth concern: the increased risk of falls and injuries. One of the greatest dangers of traveling after 70 is the higher likelihood of accidents. As we age, balance, reflexes, and bone density naturally decline, making falls more hazardous. While a minor stumble at home may not seem serious, falling while traveling, especially in an unfamiliar setting, can result in fractures, extended hospital stays, or even long-term mobility issues. The unfortunate truth is that a single fall can dramatically change a senior's life, turning what was meant to be a relaxing trip into a painful and costly ordeal. Many seniors don't fully consider how different travel environments can be from what they are used to. Hotels, cruise ships, and historic sites frequently feature uneven flooring, poorly lit staircases, and slippery surfaces, all of which heighten the risk of falling. Some destinations offer little to no accessibility accommodations, making seemingly simple tasks, like boarding a bus or walking on cobblestone streets, unexpected challenges. In many locations, emergency medical services are not as fast or advanced as they are at home, meaning even minor injuries may take longer to treat, increasing the chances of complications. Take Linda, a 78-year-old woman who had always dreamed of visiting Europe. She was in excellent shape for her age and regularly walked around her neighborhood without any issues. However, when she arrived in Italy and encountered steep, uneven streets, she quickly realized how difficult it could be. One evening, while stepping off a curb in a dimly lit alley, she lost her balance and fell hard, breaking her hip. She was taken to a local hospital, where doctors informed her that she required surgery. Not only did she have to cut her trip short, but she also spent months recovering after returning home. What was meant to be the journey of a lifetime turned into an experience she deeply regretted. Another major factor contributing to falls is exhaustion. Traveling often involves long days, irregular meal schedules, and disrupted sleep patterns, all of which can negatively impact balance and coordination. When the body is fatigued, reaction times slow, making a misstep or stumble more likely. For seniors with arthritis or joint pain, prolonged walking through airports, train stations, or tourist sites can cause swelling and discomfort, further increasing the risk of losing balance. So, how can seniors reduce this risk? If travel is necessary, choosing destinations with good accessibility, avoiding high-risk areas with uneven terrain, and always wearing supportive footwear can help. Using walking sticks, opting for comfortable shoes, and ensuring sufficient rest can also make a significant difference. Most importantly, recognizing personal limitations is essential because no vacation is worth sacrificing long-term mobility and independence. This leads us to number 5, travel insurance and financial risks. One of the most overlooked dangers of traveling past 70 isn't just health-related, it's the financial risks that come with it. Many seniors assume that if anything goes wrong, they can rely on insurance or personal savings. However, the reality is that medical emergencies, trip cancellations, and financial scams can drain a person's funds much faster than expected. For many older travelers, a single unforeseen event can turn a well-planned trip into a financial crisis, leaving them with overwhelming costs and stress. One of the most significant financial risks is medical care abroad. Many seniors are unaware that their standard health insurance often does not cover treatment in foreign countries. This means that if they get sick or injured while traveling, they may have to pay thousands of dollars in medical bills. Even in countries with lower healthcare costs, emergency medical evacuations, such as being airlifted to a hospital with better facilities, can cost tens of thousands of dollars. Without comprehensive travel insurance, seniors might be forced to either cover an enormous expense out of pocket or forego essential medical care. Then there's the issue of trip cancellations. Many seniors book their travels months in advance, assuming they will be in good health when the time comes. However, life is unpredictable. Health problems can arise suddenly, requiring them to postpone or cancel their plans entirely. Unfortunately, airlines, hotels, and cruise companies often have strict policies that do not allow refunds for last-minute cancellations, meaning seniors could lose thousands of dollars if they need to adjust their plans without the right travel insurance. Recovering those lost funds can be nearly impossible. Beyond medical expenses and trip cancellations, another significant financial threat is scams and fraud. Older travelers are frequently targeted by scammers who exploit tourists through fake taxi services, inflated prices for basic goods, or complex schemes to steal credit card details. Many fraudsters specifically seek out seniors who seem unfamiliar with their surroundings, knowing they may be less likely to recognize a scam as it happens. In some cases, criminals take things even further by promoting fraudulent vacation deals that turn out to be expensive deceptions. Consider George, a 76-year-old man who had always been careful with his finances. He booked his dream vacation to a tropical island, ensuring that he budgeted for every aspect of the trip. However, upon arrival, he discovered that the hotel he had reserved didn't exist. He had unknowingly fallen victim to an online scam, and by the time he realized it, his money was gone. Left without accommodations, he was forced to find another hotel at the last minute, ultimately spending twice his original budget just to secure a place to stay. What should have been a relaxing getaway turned into a stressful financial disaster that followed him home. So, how can seniors safeguard themselves? First, they should confirm whether their health insurance covers medical treatment abroad. If it does not, purchasing a comprehensive travel insurance policy that includes medical emergencies and trip cancellations is essential. Second, when booking travel arrangements, they should use only well-known, reputable companies and be wary of deals that seem suspiciously inexpensive. Third, they must remain vigilant with their finances while traveling, avoiding carrying large sums of cash, being cautious about who handles their credit card, and never sharing financial information with strangers. While traveling can be an exciting experience, these financial dangers emphasize why additional precautions are crucial after 70. The possibility of unexpected expenses, financial losses due to scams, and the uncertainty of medical emergencies make traveling a risk that not all seniors are willing to take. But does that mean travel should be avoided entirely? Not necessarily. Final thoughts. We've explored 5 significant reasons why traveling after 70 comes with serious risks, many of which older adults do not fully consider until they encounter them firsthand. From sudden health emergencies and injuries to exhaustion, infections, and financial setbacks, each of these challenges can transform what should be a peaceful trip into a stressful or even hazardous ordeal. While travel may seem like the perfect way to enjoy retirement, the reality is that after a certain age, it demands far more planning, caution, and awareness than it once did. However, this doesn't mean that seniors should stop traveling altogether. It simply means that those over 70 need to adjust their travel strategies. Instead of embarking on long, exhausting flights, following rigorous schedules, or choosing destinations with potential health hazards, it may be more practical to opt for shorter, safer trips that don't put excessive strain on the body. Exploring local attractions, taking brief vacations, or selecting locations with reliable healthcare services can significantly enhance both safety and enjoyment. Travel should contribute to a better quality of life, not create new complications that linger long after returning home. If you or a loved one is considering traveling after 70, take a moment to evaluate the potential challenges. Is your health stable enough to handle the trip? Do you have sufficient travel insurance to cover unexpected expenses? Have you chosen a destination that is both safe and accessible to meet your specific needs? These may not be the most exciting questions to ask, but answering them honestly can help prevent unnecessary stress and complications later on. Ultimately, longevity isn't just about living longer, it's about preserving quality of life, independence, and peace of mind. If avoiding unnecessary travel means staying healthier and safer, then reconsidering the risks before booking that next flight might be a wise decision. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share a key takeaway from this discussion and how you plan to apply it in your life. Your thoughts matter to us, so don't hesitate to contribute. Reading your comments motivates and encourages us to continue creating valuable content. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support allows us to keep producing content designed to inform and inspire.
Thank you for watching this video. Remember to leave a like to support the channel's growth and subscribe to stay updated with all the latest from Elders Health.